Hi guys, it's E3 week and I need to talk about what Nintendo showcased this week. So I'm going to be talking about the digital event and the Nintendo World Championships, but to begin the week, they started off with the Super Smash Bros. Announcements on Sunday. So they showcased new characters, Roy and Ryu, new battle stages, and they talked about new amiibo that will be coming out, including Game & Watch and Falco, which I'm really excited about. It's also been confirmed that the new DLC characters will eventually get their own amiibo, similar to Lucas and Mewtwo. There's also the Mii amiibo, which were announced, and they seem pretty cool. I'll probably get them eventually. As a side note, I'd also just like to say that it would be nice to have our own Mii amiibo, like from our Mii character on the Wii U. I think it was mentioned briefly last year at E3 when they first announced amiibo, but I don't think anything's actually been said since then relating to that. Anyway, so the new characters and stages were released on Sunday, but I haven't actually had a chance to play them yet, but I definitely intend to. But it was nice to get some Smash Brothers information and DLC since nothing else was announced on the digital event. So next we had the Nintendo World Championships 2015 and they took place on Sunday night. They were really amazing, intense and just brilliant to watch. I'd never seen anything like it before. So there was 5 stages and there were 16 contestants to begin with, and then they went down to 12, 8, 4 and then the final 2. So for the first stage they did 4-on-4 Splatoon battles. So it was really fun just to watch them play against each other because it was obviously for a championship and it was quite important, and I decided to play Splatoon myself on the Wii U while I was watching it. And you know what Splatoon's like, where the battles can be so close at the end between 50-50 and you don't know who's going to win, and so it was really interesting to see that. So for the first elimination round they played The Legend of Zelda and they had to complete the first dungeon and collect the Triforce as quick as they could, and whoever did that the fastest continued through the competition and the other 3 were knocked out. So stage 2 was this new game, Blast Ball, and we'd never seen it before and the contestants had never played it before, so it was new to them, new strategies that they had to learn and figure out how to do the controls and everything like that. So it was really interesting and a good way to test their skills. So the final 12 continued on to do that. And the second elimination round was 5 contestants and it was Super Metroid, and they had to defeat the final boss at the end of the game and then escape as quick as they could, and whoever came out of that the fastest would then progress to the next round again. That for me was really intense because I've not actually completed the game yet and it just looked really intense, and he kept falling down at the end and it looked like he wasn't going to make it, but then he eventually did, and it was just really interesting, and hearing the crowd's reaction and everything, it was just so fun. So stage 3, which I guessed was Mario Kart 8, and it was really fun watching them do that. So they did 3 stages and it was 4 who did it the first time and then 4 who did it the second time for the final 8. The third elimination round was Balloon Fight, and that was quite interesting just to see how long they could last and stuff like that. Stage 4 was Smash Brothers and it was the final 4 and they were battling it out to get into the final 2 for the final. And so we got to the final and it got really intense. It was really interesting to see. It was Super Mario Maker and it was between Cosmo and John Numbers, and it was just interesting to see how they coped with the stages. They had one contestant blindfolded while the other one played it so the audience could see what was happening and how they were going to progress through the level. It was just really intense watching the first level. It was just like, whoa, this game is insane. We can do whatever we want and create crazy levels, and it was really hard. And when he finally got to the end and he didn't make it through the pipe, but then the second time he made it through the pipe to the end of the level, wow. So stage 2 was based off Super Mario Bros. 3 and it was a battleship level, and it was really interesting and it looked so hard. For me, I found that level 3 looked the hardest because I think Super Mario World is quite a hard game, and the way that the levels are set out, the gameplay elements are quite hard compared to the older ones in some ways. And then we got to the final level, which was based off Mario U, and they both played it at the same time. It was just insane watching them. I mean, Cosmo couldn't really get past the first part of the level the entire time and it looked really infuriating. I can understand that it would be annoying, and if John actually had died further in the level he might have got stuck in that same position, but it was just such a long level and I think he was really relieved when he got to the end. I mean, it was incredible, it was really intense. So at the end of the competition, John was awarded a gold Mario statue trophy, which looked really cool, and then Miyamoto actually came on stage and signed a new 3DS for him, and Cosmo got one too. It was just a really nice way to end the competition. It was just really fun. On to yesterday's digital event, and I'm just going to say that this is my opinion, and I know a lot of people weren't really that impressed with it, but I quite enjoyed it, and there was lots of things that I'm excited for, so I thought it was alright. So to begin with, we had the little intro video, which I thought was cool. I thought it was similar to last year, and I was hoping that they would do something like that. And then you could kind of tell from the t-shirt that it might be Star Fox related, and then obviously when they started transforming into Fox and Peppy and Falco, I thought, wow, this is definitely the announcement for Star Fox. I've never really been a massive Star Fox fan compared to other Nintendo games, but when I saw the video I thought it looks really good. It's going to be amazing in HD on the Wii U. Some of it looks like part of Lylat Wars from back on the N64, and other stuff looks really new, and it just looks like it's going to be so much fun. There's different things. You can use the gyro controls, and you can transform the R-Wing into different things, and it just looks like it's going to be so much fun. The game's actually coming out this holiday season as well, so they've obviously been working really hard on it since last E3, where they released a tiny bit of it, so I definitely intend to get that. Then there was some information to do with Skylanders and the Bowser and Donkey Kong amiibo. They look really cool, and I might get them. I'm not going to get the game because I'm not really into the Skylanders series, but they look really fun anyway. And then we had The Legend of Zelda. I wasn't expecting any Zelda whatsoever on this event because I said they weren't talking about Zelda Wii U. And then we had this new 3DS game. I mean, it looks similar to Four Swords and it's going to be 3-player, but it's got online multiplayer, which I'm actually quite excited about because Four Swords didn't have that. I think there's also a solo mode where you can play it and have the other two characters and you can switch between them, so that would be quite fun. In terms of story as well, I don't know what the story is going to be, but it's going to be better than Four Swords, where you're not just collecting rupees and stuff like that. You actually work together to complete dungeons, which looks like it'll be a really fun thing to do. And straight after that they also announced the Hyrule Warriors Legends for the 3DS, which is a port of the Hyrule Warriors Wii U game. I know this had already been leaked, but I kind of tried to ignore all the leaks until I've heard the official announcements. It looks like it's going to be really fun. I really enjoyed playing Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U already, but as a port to the 3DS, it's the first ever Wii U port already, and it's probably going to be really good, but the only thing for me is the graphics, and it's obviously going to be a bit downscaled compared to the Wii U. On the other hand, it's quite good that it's on a handheld and it can be played anywhere and it'll be really fun. And of course, it comes included with all of the DLC. There's Tetra and the King of Hyrule, so that looks like it's going to be really fun. So if they're including Wind Waker characters, I'm hoping that they will include some sort of Wind Waker stage or a new battle arena or something like that as part of a DLC package as well. But all in all, I do intend to get this game. It's not out until Q1 of 2016, so that seems quite a long way away, but I think it's probably going to be out sort of like around February. So as we saw on the World Championships Blast Ball, we thought this was going to be a brand new 3DS game, and then we found out that it was Metroid Prime Federation Force. Yeah. So I'm not going to hate on the game because I probably will get it and I'll probably try to enjoy it, and it looks like it'll be fun in its own way, but it is not really a Metroid Prime game in my opinion yet, because we haven't seen Samus. It's clearly going to be the Federation doing battles based around the Metroid series. It's an interesting take on it, but it's not really what we were wanting as a Metroid game. But since they brought it back as Metroid Prime, then I'm hoping that maybe there will be a Metroid Prime 4 or something like that at some point. I don't really want to go on about it too much because there is a lot of hate for it and I don't want to hate on the game before I've even played it. So yeah. And then we had Fire Emblem, and I've never ever played Fire Emblem, and I don't know if I will yet, but I probably will at some point, and so I wasn't too interested in this section of the digital event. There was then some weird Japanese moment where I was like, what on earth am I watching right now? And finally, we had the Xenoblade Chronicles X release date. I can't wait. It's going to be out in December 2015 in America, so hopefully in the UK it'll be around the same time, and I just can't wait. It looks really big and it's going to look amazing in HD. I can't wait. So moving on to Animal Crossing, we had Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer and the Amiibo Festival. These look quite fun. We've heard about the Happy Home Designer before, and we finally know more about it and when it's going to be released and stuff like that. So I do intend to get this game. It looks quite fun. You can actually do the gardens as well as the inside, and then it's going to have amiibo related stuff. And speaking of amiibo, there will be new amiibo for Animal Crossing as well as the cards, and they just look really cool. I'm definitely going to get all of them. I know they're going to be really hard to get because you know what the situation's like. And in terms of the Amiibo Festival, we will probably need the amiibo or at least the cards to play that. And I don't really understand the full extent of the game because it looks like a Mario Party type thing, but Animal Crossing themed. When I first saw it, I thought, wow, this is Animal Crossing Wii U. And then it wasn't, but what are you gonna do? So next we have the absolutely adorable Yoshi's Woolly World, and I can't wait to get my hands on this game. It was just fun to see more gameplay elements of it on the digital event, and the backstory as to how the Yarn Yoshis came about. It was just really fun to see that. Not to rub it in, but the game does come out in just over a week in the UK, so I absolutely can't wait for that. I mean, it's nice that America finally got a release date. It's just a shame that it's so far away for them. And I do have the 3 Yarn Yoshi Amiibo bundle pre-ordered, so you lorry people better not do anything, because I expect to get them next week. I'm not even kidding. So next we have Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, and this is a mashup of the Paper Mario series and the Mario and Luigi series, so that seems like it's going to be quite fun and interesting, and I definitely intend to buy this game. I've never played the Mario and Luigi series yet, but I do intend to start soon. And I absolutely love the Paper Mario series. I've got all 4 games. I was really hoping to hear about Paper Mario for the Wii U, and I don't even know if that's actually going to happen anymore or what. It looks like it's going to be really fun though. It's obviously the RPG style gameplay that they both have. Yeah, I do think it's quite an interesting idea. I don't know where this idea came from, but it's a good idea to match up the 2 RPG styles together and see what will come of it. Then we had Mario Tennis. Super Mario Maker. I can't wait for this game. It looks even more incredible than it did last year. They seem to have done a ton of work on it. I mean, it's just incredible. They have the new box set version where you get the booklet, and it's got some ideas in the booklet of stage ideas. There's also going to be level templates apparently in the game, so that looks like it's going to be fun. I hope that they include the championship levels as well. I think they will, because it was such a big part of E3. Also, I already have some ideas in mind of what levels I want to do, and it just looks like it's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. And it's actually out in September this year, so it's not even that far away. So a lot of people weren't too impressed with the digital event. I know that the big announcements were Star Fox and Super Mario Maker, and I know it wasn't amazing or mind-blowing, and there was no like Zelda or Metroid really. Overall, I was still really hyped for the event, and it was just fun to watch, and it's always great to watch E3. It only comes once a year. It's just so much fun. It's me, Mario! So for the end of the video, I just want to make a couple of, not complaints exactly, but just sort of ideas that I thought would be showcased at E3 that weren't. So Pokemon, where was Pokemon? I mean, I thought there would be something. I mean, we have Super Mystery Dungeon coming out soon, but there wasn't really anything even on the digital event for that. But I do think that Pokemon Z is still a very big possibility. It should be a game. I mean, personally, I think it would be great if we had Kalos and Hoenn in the same game together. The reason for this is because we've been hinted at so much about Battle Frontier, and I thought there might be some DLC for Ruby and Sapphire with Battle Frontier included, or if we had Pokemon Z with Hoenn as well, that could have Battle Frontier included. And as a big Battle Frontier fan, I really do want that to happen. So I think Pokemon Z would be a really great idea, and we haven't heard anything about it. No new Pokemon game or anything like that. Secondly, I would say my wallet. Seriously though, I do intend to get a lot of these games, but it's just going to cost so much. I mean, if we're talking Amiibo as well, a lot of these games are going to come packaged with Amiibo, in the same sort of way that Splatoon and Woolly World and Mario Party 10 came packaged with Amiibo as well. Speaking of Amiibo, there's also the Animal Crossing series, the new Animal Crossing cards, there's the 8-bit Mario, there's the new Smash Brothers, Falco, Game & Watch, Duck Hunt, and all of them. But as a big Amiibo collector, I do intend to get a lot of them, and it's just going to be so expensive. The other thing I thought was, a lot of people were hoping for a Super Mario Galaxy 3, or HD Remake, or Sunshine Remake, and I kind of would hope for one of them to happen. I think a Sunshine HD Remake would be great because it's on the GameCube and it's not very good graphics and you can't get it on the eShop or anything like that. I don't think they would do a Galaxy Remake because they put Galaxy 2 onto the eShop. And also, people were hoping for maybe Twilight Princess HD Remake. I don't think that's going to happen either. I think maybe for the NX or something like that in the future. We've had quite a lot of remakes already. And I'm not complaining about remakes, it's just that we need brand new games, and I love HD remakes, and any of the ones that I've just suggested would be a great idea, but some new games as well. But overall, I do think it's been a very eventful E3. I mean, with the World Championships, that was great, and a couple of new games announcements, and it's just great to hear different things in Amiibo, and I really can't wait for Woolly World next week, which is going to be amazing. But let me know in the comments below if you think that E3 wasn't as good, or what your opinions were, new games, what should have been announced and what was announced, and your opinions on them. But yeah, it's just been so much fun. I can't wait to play all these new games. They're going to be great. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed E3 as well, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys!